Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is Patriots Extra Point, and we're joined as always by Chad Berry. Chad, tough one last night. How you doing?
Doing well enough,
Yeah,
considering what happened.
it was. Yeah, so the Bills defeated the Patriots 47 to 17 in the wild card round of the playoffs. What'd you see out there?
Nothing good from the Pats. The
Mm-hmm.
Bills just almost had a perfect game. So
Yep.
it's
Yeah,
craziness.
yeah. So I'm sure you know, but if you don't, the Bills kneeled down 2 times, and the other 7 times they possessed it, they scored a touchdown. So as Chad said, basically a perfect game. Can't ask for anything else. What do you think was the biggest issue for the Patriots defense this season? They were quite good, not good in this game.
I think it was a combination of not being able to stop the run on crucial
Mm,
downs. I mean, Devin Singletary was just tearing them apart. Like, and then they gave up so many big yardage plays. Like the
mm.
average at one point, I didn't watch the full game because I just gave up.
Just fuck this. Yeah,
But like going into I think the third, like their average play was like 9 yards, which is
yep,
insane. Like
yeah,
that's like every team's dream. So
yeah.
it was just so many big plays just after one after another. Couldn't get any real stops, no turnovers. It was a bad game.
Yes. Yeah, when I was watching last night, Bills came out, scored right away. Patriots moving down the field. Mac Jones looking good. Then throws to a wide open Brandon Bolden. He drops the ball. Do you feel like that was the turning point of the first quarter and just went to shit after that?
Yeah, I think the Bills are up either I think 14 at that point. I could be wrong,
I thought it was
but
the
I know
first drive, but it could have been the second.
I don't remember. Either way, though, I think it was the second drive for the
Mm,
Pats. Because I remember, like, I'm like, all right, if they score here, there's still a chance. Because the
right, right.
Pats lately have been having issues with letting opposing teams just get like 2, 3 scores on them, then they'll catch up and make a decent run at it. It lasts like
Mm,
2 games. But this one, yeah, was like with that Bolden drop, it was just like that was to me. It kind of felt like the momentum just completely shifted for the Bills
mm.
in the Bills' favor, I should say. So I was like, all right, this game's over. As soon as I saw that, I was like, if they come back, I would be so shocked. Um, I was having like Super Bowl 51 flashbacks, like 3-27. I was like, uh oh.
Yeah, hey, that could have. I saw someone tweeted like the Bills strategically missed that extra point, or you let it get blocked,
Yeah, right.
so they
Three to
didn't go up
28.
28. Yeah, to three. So yeah, it was just a tough day all around for the Patriots. But I did think bright side. Don't want to be too bright side after this, but Mac Jones is not the reason they lost this game. He played
No,
okay.
yeah, no. Mac was the one kind of keeping it alive.
Mm,
I mean, he had 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but I know one pick was just straight up an amazing play from
yeah.
I forget which um, back caught that interception. The one that was like a long bomb to Bourne, which was like that was a great pass, all
Mm,
considering.
yeah. No,
But
that
like
was.
the cornerback on that just made an incredible play. Like we'd be
Mm,
saying the same thing if it was the other way around.
mm,
Good throw, but just like that was an incredible play.
yeah.
So got to give it to whoever that cornerback was, or safety, whoever the hell it was. But um, but yeah, I mean that was like the one real mistake you see from Mac. I think the other one was a deflection or something.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, it was not Mac. It was lack of. I think mostly on the defense. I
mm.
mean, the offense wasn't getting too much going, but defensively they couldn't stop anything.
No, they really couldn't. It was surprising to me. I know the Bills. I mean, the Bills might make the Super Bowl this year. Let's be real. They're
Oh, they could.
so fun. They're so good. Um, but I thought after that first game in Buffalo, bad weather. Granted, the wind was like unprecedented. Like you can't
Right.
really prepare for that. But I thought like the Patriots defense was going to be able to contain them. This is the third game. They have game tape on the Bills. Like
Hmm.
they're rivals, and I was like, all right, this should be good. But man,
Yeah.
it felt like the Bills kind of exercised their demons. Just took out 20 years of frustration on the Patriots, And yeah, I'm sure all
Yeah.
the insane people who are shirtless in the stands in Buffalo are very happy today.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any tables left in Buffalo.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Which they've got to get another shipment in for next weekend when they play,
Right, all
because
those plastic tables.
they might be going to Kansas City next weekend, depending. We'll have to take a look at how the
Yeah,
rest of it goes. But
restocking
yeah,
Kansas City.
yep. Um, but yeah, I mean, hey, shout out Bills, obviously, long suffering fan base. First or not first one, they won last year for the first time after like 21 years. So
Yes, yeah,
they're a team on the rise for sure.
for sure.
Um, Tough for me as a Dolphins fan to watch this game because I wasn't particularly rooting for or against either of them. Not particularly happy, but yeah. So can kind of this is our last Patriots extra points of the season. We'll be doing more stuff, I'm sure. Like we'll be doing streams and stuff. The chat will be around for if you really need to hear Chad. We're going to be covering Celebrity Big Brother coming up soon, so that's on our youtube.com/ or well, it's not slash better radio, but just search better radio, our have not room podcast. But for now, this is the last Patriots extra point. Can you kind of sum up this season as a Patriots fan coming off of last season where they didn't even make the playoffs?
Yeah, this season was, it's the start of a new era with
Mm-hmm.
Mac Jones at quarterback, and you could tell that they are kind of, this last season was, to me, kind of felt like just like it didn't even happen because it was just
Yeah.
so bad and nothing. Like they didn't really sign anyone new. It was just
Mm-hmm.
like they're
Like
just
the
like,
real
oh,
like
let's just
definition of like a transition season where like
yeah, like
there's
it
just
like was
nothing happening.
just like yeah, it was just like Brady's gone. We need a quarterback quick. And they
Mm-hmm.
pick up Cam Newton, who he was good at times, but it was mostly just terrible.
Yeah.
Um, but no, this season it kind of feels like what last season should have been, but obviously,
Mm-hmm.
not our quarterback. So, yeah, this season was just they signed so many new free agents, waivers. So I think they have a pretty good team now. I think
Mm-hmm.
as Mac gets a little more tenure as an NFL quarterback, I think we'll see him improve over the years. Um, I don't want to say, oh, next year Super Bowl for sure, because
Right. Yeah.
I
Of
doubt.
course.
It's probably going to be a few years.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Tom Brady, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he is definitely the best quarterback out of this draft. So,
He looks like it right
um,
now. With
yeah, I'm
Davis
I'm
Mills
hopeful.
somehow being the second best. I don't know how that happened, but
I don't
shout
know
out
either.
Texans.
One of my buddies was saying he was like rated the best technically, which I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that's weird. But I
Insane.
mean, either way, like, okay, whatever. I think Mac is still the best. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Mac started every single game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I think this season was a good thing, and you know, points in a good direction for seasons to come, especially if Mac improves, which looks like he is.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw a lot of those rookie struggles. Wasn't as bad as some like Trevor Lawrence had, but he's still rookie.
Certainly
He's
not.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to come in and be like the best thing ever. But he
Mm-hmm.
was he was good enough to get us to a wild card. Which
Yeah.
what more can you ask from a rookie?
Hey, yeah. I mean, people like it, I feel bad for him because he has like the weight of expectations of like Patriots fans who are used to like going to the playoffs. But take it from me, Patriots fan, someone who's watched his team go to the playoffs 2 times in his entire life. It's not
Yeah,
that common uh, to like have a rookie come in and play this well and lead the team to the playoffs. So I think you have a good one in Mac Jones. I mean, I feel like I've been like his number one cheerleader this season. Been always like on the Mac Jones train, and I think he played decently in a tough environment. Also, let's not underrate it. The dude is from like Florida, went to school in Alabama. He played well in a cold game. It's got to be kind of tough to come your whole life from like the South and come up to Buffalo and play in just terrible weather. So shout out Mac for that.
yeah, and I mean, I think the commentators even said it during the Bills game. Like Mac really hasn't had a break since winning the championship in college. Like
No.
he got signed by the Pats, had to fight for the starting job, got it, and still has to fight every week, and to prove himself. And obviously, it's the Patriots, so obviously, none of us are players, and we can't even come close to expressing how they feel. But we come with the Pats, and the Pats are like 20 years of like dynasty and championships. So like in this team, like really only one player is gone, and it's Tom Brady, and sure a couple wide receivers like Edelman and Gronk, but it's still like we're a championship caliber team, and the expectation is to make it there again. And to put that on a rookie quarterback is just like it's a lot. So
Yeah.
I can imagine, and the Pats will never say it because they're one of the media savvy teams out there that don't say anything but say a lot, kind of by not saying anything. But no, I mean, either way, with all that pressure and all the hype of Mac and all these rookie quarterbacks, he definitely performed the best, in my opinion. And like I said, the next few years are going to be even better, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. I would like to see, obviously I don't want to see the Patriots make moves, but if I was looking at it objectively, I'd like to see them add some more wide receivers to the mix. Like, Bourne is good. I think he came on here at the end of last season. But I think they could use more, like, dynamic weapons. They don't have, like, Jamar Chase style player. They don't have, even with the Dolphins, they don't have, like, a Jalen Waddle style player. That could go a long way to help Mac Jones, like, progress as a passer.
Yeah, they need another, like, solid slot guy.
Yeah, a slot guy would be great. I mean, the Patriots pretty much reinvented how slot receivers play in the league with Wes Welker, so, and then carrying on to Edelman. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I think losing Edelman was, I don't think people see it as big of a loss as it was because he started, the wheels are falling off, as he literally said towards the end there. So,
yeah,
poor guy. But no, I mean, he's one of my favorite Patriots players of all time, aside from Brady. So,
right. He's a big fan favorite here. I know everyone loves Edelman. So, got to find the next Edelman. Who's going to be that guy?
Yeah,
we'll see.
Get a slot guy, and I think Bourne is kind of your deep guy, regardless. Myers can kind of do it all, but he's not the best at one thing. And then N'Keal Harry is, I don't even know.
Tough scene with N'Keal Harry. That's for sure.
I mean, not a wide receiver, but we're forgetting James White. He was gone all season too. James White is a huge part of the Pats offense.
Yeah, and like once he's back, that adds like even more depth to that running back. I mean, the Pats have good running backs. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah,
but can always have more.
Yeah, wide receiver is really the only position I think definitely needs improvement. Maybe some stuff on defense. I mean, I'm not too well versed in the defensive side of football, but
I would say their biggest drawback on defense is their linebackers are old and kind of slow at this point. Hightower, he's getting up there in age. Kyle Van Noy, he's getting up there in age where they just don't have the speed that they once had. So definitely upgrade at linebacker would be good. Probably want to re-sign J.C. Jackson. I think he's a free agent this offseason. So you definitely want him back. Defensive line looks good. Judon, such a beast.
I love him.
You'll see. I mean, there's moves to be made this offseason, and we'll, of course, cover them as they come across. But anything else about the Patriots that you want to talk about before we get on out of here?
No, I'm excited. I mean, this like I said, this year is a good foundation to grow on, and I can't wait till next season.
Absolutely. All right, Chad, where can they find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at ChadleyJP and on Twitter at ChadPerry25 right here.
Go follow him there. And like I said, if you want to hear Chad and I talk more, subscribe to our podcast channel, Better Radio, or find the Have Not Room on all podcast services where we talk about Big Brother. And next season, or in 2 weeks, we'll be covering the celebrity version of that. So get ready, Chad. You're not off the hook just because the Patriots are out of the playoffs.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Twitter at TheFakeBMar. That's BMARR. Channel is on Twitter at WickedSport or WG Everything. Instagram, Wicked Everything. Twitch at twitch.tv/Wicked Everything. TikTok, search Wicked Everything. Search Wicked Sports. This channel is Wicked Good Sports. Our main channel is youtube.com/wickedeverything. Chad, again, thank you so much for your time and all your hard work this season.
Always a pleasure, man.
And we'll see you all in the next one.